I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Former Palm Coast Mayor John Netz is back in politics. He was appointed in a unanimous vote Tuesday night to fill the vacancy left on Palm Coast City Council by Jack Howell's abrupt departure due to health reasons. The vote was unanimous. Before it, he spoke to council.
So for my years in service, I had to deal with the same issue you talked about, reduced revenues, making tough decisions. I think I'm prepared to do that. Been through that, survived. We will continue to survive.
Councilman Eddie Branquinho weighed in.
Just help us with all your knowledge, because that describes you as a wealth of knowledge. Please don't make me look bad when it comes to that definition, okay?
That's why there are 5 people on city council. 5 opinions, majority rules.
Very good.
Mayor Melissa Holland chose Netz over 2 other candidates, Hung Hilton and William Schreiber, but applauded their passion.
The other 2 applicants, I would encourage us as a city and a way to keep them involved. Again, for them to step up and be sitting at home and want to participate, I think is just extraordinarily admirable.
Netz will be in the seat for the next 3 months until the election in November. Palm Coast City Council also voted unanimously not to allow discount and dollar stores in neighborhood commercial zones. Ray Tyner with the city's Community Development Department explains what the planning board recommended.
COM 1 zoning district, that's what we generally term our general neighborhood commercial. Those are typically located in some of our 2-lane highways, neighborhood roads. Typically, they are abutted by residential development in our neighborhood commercial. We have 1 small box that is located on Matanzas. It's the only one right now that is within our neighborhood commercial. What they recommended is that we do not permit these in our neighborhood commercial. And we allow these in our COM 2 and our COM 3. And within our master plan development, if it's specifically cited for.
The stores would be permitted in COMs 2 and 3, which include along major corridors like Palm Coast Parkway and State Road 100. Mayor Melissa Holland clarified.
This doesn't state that small box stores cannot exist in Palm Coast. It's just identifying the locations that we would feel would be appropriate throughout our city commercial corridors.
Former mayor and newly appointed council member John Netz supported the proposal.
The only comment I would have is this seems consistent with the idea of Euclidean zoning, and it seems perfectly appropriate.
The vote comes after a temporary moratorium on discount stores earlier this year. None of this affects existing dollar stores. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office is sounding the alarm on a rising number of prank calls that cost the county both time and money.
Very early Sunday morning, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office responded to the C-section of Palm Coast after receiving a call on the non-emergency line from a man stating he had just shot his mother in the head with a shotgun. Sheriff's deputies and first responders rushed to the scene. Flagler County's emergency firefight helicopter was put on standby. The line disconnected with the caller and attempts to call the number back went unanswered. It was determined that the original call was a swatting call. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Over the last couple of months, we have responded to 3 prank calls known as swatting calls.
A swatting call is a prank call where an individual calls in a serious incident resulting in a massive law enforcement response.
This is not only dangerous for everyone involved, but is a complete waste of taxpayer resources when we could be better used serving our community. It is my hope that our investigators can determine who is making these calls so that they can be arrested and taken to the Green Roof Inn where they belong.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Rich Carroll.
The inaugural class has graduated from the Flagler County Leadership Academy. John Arking has the story.
At the start of Monday's County Commission meeting, a brief ceremony marked the first ever graduating class of the Flagler County Leadership Academy. County Administrator Jerry Cameron says 16 students representing the Flagler County Board of County Commissioners, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, and the Flagler County Tax Collector's Office were recognized for completing the Leadership Development Program, which kicked off last September.
It's been a very comprehensive course. A lot of participatory stuff with the students. We focused not on management, but leadership, and it was a tremendous success. Those folks in the class are graduating with a real knowledge and a passion to be true leaders. We need to be preparing people to lead that will be leading and developing other leaders long after we're gone.
The program is structured like those undertaken by Fortune 500 companies, with a curriculum designed to develop the potential of top-tier staff, to further professionalize the agencies, and to establish succession planning. More than 40 hours of external training included opportunities to participate in executive-level planning and issue resolution. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
Who should get an antibody test for coronavirus?
Dr. Stephen Bickle is Flagler Medical Director. He says maybe not healthcare workers.
If you're a healthcare worker, the test results are probably not definitive enough to convince me and most people that you're truly immune to getting the infection again.
Bickle said that sometimes the test results give a false positive because medical professionals say they don't know how long the immunity lasts, or because workers have a high level of exposure to the coronavirus and they're at high risk for contracting the disease. To listen to the interview with Flagler Medical Director Dr. Stephen Bickle, download the Flagler Radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, more on antibody testing. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.